On today's That Park Place Daily Countdown, a congressman thinks that Warner Brothers canceling movies is literally criminal. The director of Incredible Hulk reveals that William Hurt sided with Edward Norton on tonal changes to what is now the second lowest grossing film of the MCU. Hogwarts Express gets a little more Hermione in it. A Marvel scooper account says Feige is thinking of taking the Lucasfilm job from Kathleen Kennedy, and Disneyland's Toontown might be getting rethemed to one of the greatest Disney films of the 90s. All that on today's That Park Place. Good morning. Welcome to That Park Place. I am Jonas J. Campbell, and with me, as always, is Vash Sky. Is it a good day, Vash?
A very good day there, Jonas. I believe yesterday was the 77th anniversary of the Song of the South, so that's interesting. Even if Disney doesn't celebrate it, it doesn't mean that we can't.
Oh, yeah, it's one of those zippity-doo-dah days where you can't open your mouth without a welcome to That Park Place, where we talk about entertainment, streaming, theme parks, and video games for all the news that should be fun.
Number 1.
Jonas J. Campbell here with our first story of the day, this one out of the Hollywood Reporter. It looks like things are getting coyote ugly for Warner Brothers, as a congressman slams Warner Brothers for canceling Coyote vs. Acme and calls for a federal investigation. A congressman is calling for a federal investigation of Warner Brothers for its handling of Coyote vs. Acme. Texas Representative Joaquin Castro took to Twitter to blast the studio for its original plan to shelve the movie for a tax break. The WBD tactic of scrapping fully made films for tax breaks is predatory and anti-competitive. As the Justice Department and FTC revise their antitrust guidelines, they should review this conduct. As someone remarked, it's like burning down a building for the insurance money. Since then, Warner has reversed its decision and decided to try to shop the film to other studios and streamers, but they have also in the past written off Batgirl and Scoob: A Holiday Haunt for tax write-offs. From what I understand, Batgirl was close to finished but needed work, and Scoob: A Holiday Haunt, that might actually be completed. Castro, I'm sure he's not related to the one you're thinking of, has been vocal on antitrust issues in media and entertainment. In April, he called on the competition enforcers to reassess Discovery's merger with AT&T's Warner Media. This followed 30 members of Congress warning that the resulting competition vacuum would harm workers and consumers, as well as reduce diverse programming. So what are your thoughts on this? Do we have another Castro overreaching on government power? Or is it okay for Warner Brothers to shelve a film that they don't think they'll make their money back on if they try to market it? A lot of word around town is that the test screenings for Coyote vs. Acme were actually pretty favorable. I personally would like to see it, but I also understand businesses doing business. Of course, we'd love to have your thoughts in the comment section down below.
Number 2.
In a recent article from Variety by Zach Schraff, the Incredible Hulk director Louis Leterrier recalls the tensions and battles that unfolded during the 2008 film's production. Boy, this should be fun. Hi folks, it's CC here again with That Park Place with a behind-the-scenes story of Edward Norton, who portrayed Bruce Banner and the Hulk, and how he clashed with Marvel over his superhero film's tone. This, of course, is confirming years of rumors, and of course it's by the director, who reveals that Norton wanted it to be more serious, taking inspiration from The Dark Knight, which was incredibly popular at the time. This was, of course, at odds with the typical Marvel formula of mixing humor and drama. But tone wasn't the only source of tension on that particular set, and Norton wasn't the only one making objections. It turns out that Leterrier and William Hurt, who played Thaddeus Ross, also had their differences. In fact, Hurt once screamed at Leterrier saying, "You don't know anything about actors." Leterrier shared an amusing anecdote about their dispute while shooting the helicopter scene on a new spin-off series called Watch Along. According to Leterrier, Hurt was just trying to have a bit of a fight to get him additionally motivated. Interesting, huh? While this production had its share of conflicts, it remains an interesting chapter in the Marvel Cinematic Universe's history, when the film's consistencies weren't quite built in yet. It also showed that a $300 million fall from the Iron Man performance put the character of Hulk in Marvel jail for a while. Despite its struggles, the Incredible Hulk helped pave the way for later Marvel films and contributed to the evolving tone of superhero movies as a whole. And with Hurt now lost to us forever, and Harrison Ford stepping in to claim Hurt's Thaddeus Ross character in Thunderbolts, can this particular film, this upcoming movie, help aid Marvel in a comeback in the future? Leave your thoughts down in the comments section below.
Number 3.
Hello, this is Lorena of the Lorena Creole YouTube channel, keeping it real when it comes to theme parks. And speaking of keeping it real, Hermione's voice on the Hogwarts Express has been updated to sound more like Emma Watson. Coming to us from WDW News Today, nearly 10 years after the attraction first opened, Universal Orlando Resort has updated the voice of Hermione on the Hogwarts Express. Since Hogwarts Express opened at Universal Orlando Resort in the summer of 2014, fans have shared their negative opinions of the voice used for Hermione Granger because it sounds so little like actress Emma Watson. Frankly, the voice has never really bothered me that much, but apparently it did to some folks. While Watson and fellow Harry Potter film star Daniel Radcliffe participated in the creation of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Hogsmeade, neither one returned to play their characters for the attractions of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Diagon Alley. Rupert Grint, who portrayed Ron Weasley in the films, did return. His real voice, juxtaposed next to Hermione's voice, just highlighted how bad she sounded. But that has all changed. As of Thursday, November 2nd, Universal Orlando Resort has updated the voice, either with a new impersonator or by pulling clips of Watson or AI. Now it sounds more like the actress. Does that do anything to change your enjoyment of Hogwarts Express? Let us know in the comments.
Number 4.
Hello, this is John Trent, the founder and editor-in-chief at Bounding Into Comics. Today I got a story about Kevin Feige being rumored to leave Marvel and jump ship and join Star Wars following Avengers Secret Wars. This latest rumor comes from Scooper My Time to Shine. Hello, he reports on X. Kevin Feige is thinking about leaving Marvel after Secret Wars and take over the Star Wars franchise. This isn't the first time that Kevin Feige has been attached to Star Wars. In fact, if you go all the way back to 2019, Disney Studios co-chairman Alan Horn confirmed that Feige had plans to produce a Star Wars film. He told The Hollywood Reporter back in 2019, "We are excited about the projects Kathy and the Lucasfilm team are working on, not only in terms of Star Wars, but also Indiana Jones, and reaching into other parts of the company, including Children of Blood and Bone, which has now been canceled with Emma Watts and Fox. With the close of the Skywalker saga, Kathy is pursuing a new era in Star Wars storytelling, and knowing what a diehard fan Kevin is, it made sense for these two extraordinary producers to work on a Star Wars film together." Following this announcement, there was speculation that Kennedy would be getting a pink slip, given the fact that they were bringing in a rival producer to create a film over someone that's supposedly the head of it. Obviously, that did not pan out. Kathleen Kennedy is still in charge over there at Lucasfilm. We did have some interesting comments that Kathleen Kennedy made to IGN back in April during Star Wars Celebration, where she lied about Kevin Feige not even being attached to a Star Wars title. She was asked by IGN, "I'm thinking about kind of projects like Rogue Squadron and Kevin Feige's project. Could those still see the light of day?" Kennedy responded, "Well, Kevin Feige's project was something announced in the press, or as I suppose fandom, but nothing ever got developed. We never discussed an idea." As you saw, it did indeed happen. It was announced by Alan Horn. It was not announced by the press or in the fandom. Comments from Michael Waldron, who was actually discussing the project and how he was coming up with ideas. So they definitely did indeed have things in development. Just makes this rumor a little bit spicy given all of the drama surrounding Marvel Studios and Lucasfilm, as the Walt Disney Company is in decline.
Number 5.
Vash Sky here with the next story, this time from Walt Disney World News Today. New Powerline tarp added to Goofy's How to Play yard in Mickey's Toontown at Disneyland Park. Toontown has been in a state of becoming, let's say, for the last, 8 months since this thing actually debuted. Originally, we were thinking that they were just going to be refurbishing, maybe changing out some of the finished work, but they're actually set dressing and adding props and certain things to Mickey's Toontown. And that includes this Powerline tarp here that you see. Also, too, we're seeing some scaffolding around those Toontown hills, as you can see here. Now, originally, we thought that they might be rehabbing those hills back there, but it turns out they might actually be adding some additional propping as well. You can see here that beanstalk that's actually poking out of the structure, which you can actually find in the queue for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Well, it looks like they want to continue that story onto the exterior of this attraction as well. So you can see some scaffolding being set up for that, and you can actually see the beanstalk as part of those hills right now. So that's a very interesting story. And not only that, but we have our first look at some of the new finish work for these redesigned areas, let's say, of Mickey's Toontown. You can see that they've changed out the surface treatment here to include some brickwork as opposed to just fake grass going all the way to that fountain there. That's because the traffic was a little bit more than they intended, and well, that fake grass wasn't as let's say fluffy as they would have liked with so much traffic. So we can see them making adjustments and doing a few things to spruce up Mickey's Toontown even further from when it originally debuted. We'll have to keep track of this story and see what exactly they have planned for the rest of Toontown. Let us know your thoughts on all of this in the comments below.
Well, that's the end of another video, and it's time to be moving on. But before you do, don't forget to like this video if you like this video. Share it out on social media to all of your favorite people that maybe they could use a little good news in their life, or at least a little fun news. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to That Park Place for all the news that should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Place News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.